In track and field, rivalries are a constant source of excitement. We've seen Sha'Carri Richardson and Julian Alfred go head-to-head, with each athlete claiming victories over the other. However, when it comes to the rivalry between Femke Bol and Sydney McLaughlin, it is a whole other story. Despite Femke's remarkable talent, she has yet to defeat Sydney. But the question is, why hasn't she done that yet? Are there mental barriers at play, or is there something else preventing her from overcoming her rival? Femke Bol is undoubtedly one of the greatest talents in track and field today. Her speed, consistency, and ability to deliver under pressure have earned her world records, Olympic medals, and Diamond League titles. Yet, despite her brilliance, she has consistently fallen short against Sydney McLaughlin, the undisputed queen of the 400-meter hurdles. Here's why. Number 1. Sydney's unmatched speed and technique. Sydney McLaughlin-Levrons's world record times in the 400-meter hurdles aren't just fast, they're revolutionary. Her 50.37-second performance in Paris 2024 left the rest of the field, including Bol, trailing by over a second. Bol's European record of 51.45 seconds is extraordinary, but Sydney's ability to seamlessly combine speed, precision, and endurance sets her apart. Her fluid technique over the hurdles minimizes energy loss, giving her a significant edge. Number 2. Mental toughness. Under pressure. What truly separates Sydney is her ability to perform when it matters most. At every major championship since Tokyo 2020, she has risen to the occasion, breaking records and dominating her rivals. Bol, while consistent, has yet to match Sydney's composure in high-stakes races. Sydney thrives on the biggest stages, while Bol often finds herself battling for second or third. Number 3. Rare athletic versatility. Sydney's success isn't limited to the hurdles. She boasts a personal best of 48.74 seconds in the 400-meter flat, the 12th fastest time in history, and an impressive 22.07 seconds in the 200 meters. This raw speed allows her to dominate not just over hurdles, but also in flat sprints. Bol, while an elite 400-meter runner, lacks the same versatility and explosiveness over shorter distances. Number 4. Head-to-head dominance. Sydney holds a perfect record against Bol in championship races. From Tokyo 2020 to Paris 2024, she has consistently beaten her Dutch rival. Even when Bol set personal or European records, Sydney's performances overshadowed them, widening the gap between the two. This psychological advantage is significant. Bol knows she's up against an athlete who has consistently proven unbeatable. Number 5. The barrier of innovation. Sydney has redefined what's possible in the 400-meter hurdles. By running times once considered achievable only in the flat 400 meters, she has moved the event into uncharted territory. Bol, as exceptional as she is, operates within a framework that Sydney has already shattered. To defeat her, Bol would need to step into an entirely new realm of performance, a monumental challenge. Femke Bol is an extraordinary athlete, a record breaker, and a champion in her own right. Yet, Sydney McLaughlin-Levrone exists on a different level. Her combination of speed, technique, mental strength, and versatility makes her nearly untouchable in the 400-meter hurdles. For now, the question isn't why Bol can't defeat Sydney, it's whether anyone can. As long as Sydney remains at her peak, she will continue to reign supreme, with Bol chasing greatness just a step behind. But where it all began. The rivalry between Sydney McLaughlin-Levrone and Femke Bol ignited at the Tokyo 2020 Olympics. Sydney claimed her first Olympic gold in the 400-meter hurdles with a stunning world record, while Bol secured bronze. This race marked the beginning of what would become one of the most captivating rivalries in track and field history. Their next showdown came at the 2022 World Championships. Sydney again dominated, breaking her own world record with a blistering 50.68 seconds, while Bol captured silver. Fast forward to Paris 2024. Sydney McLaughlin-Levrone, recovering from injury, was back to reclaim her throne. Despite competing sparingly in recent seasons, her return promised something extraordinary. Meanwhile, Femke Bol had been on fire, breaking records and winning titles. The stage was set for a spectacular clash. As the race unfolded, Sydney's performance stunned the world. Her fluid strides and impeccable technique turned what was expected to be a close contest into a masterclass. She crossed the finish line in 50.37 seconds, shattering her own world record. The gap between her and silver medalist Anna Cockrell was more than a second, an eternity in elite track and field. Bol, who had already secured gold in the mixed 4x400 meter relay, finished third with a time of 52.15 seconds. It was her second consecutive Olympic bronze in the event. Impressive, yet a reminder of Sydney's unrivaled dominance. By 2024, the head-to-head tally stood at 3-0 in Sydney's favor. Both athletes entered Paris in remarkable form. Sydney had lowered her world record to 50.65 seconds at the US trials, while Bol became only the second woman to break 51 seconds, running 50.95 seconds earlier that season. Despite Bol's incredible progress, Sydney's proven ability to rise on the biggest stages made her the favorite. Sydney McLaughlin stunned the world again in 2024, fresh off her 50.37 second world record at the Paris Olympics. In a rare move, she took on two events at the Diamond League final in Brussels, the 400-meter flat and the 200-meter the following day. Though McLaughlin had only raced the flat 400 sparingly, her personal best of 48.74 seconds made her a formidable competitor. The 200 meters was even rarer territory for the 25-year-old, as her personal best of 22.07 seconds was set earlier that year. But Sydney rose to the occasion, clocking a strong 22.40 seconds in the 200 meters and securing an impressive 49.11 seconds in the 400 meters. Faster than the Diamond League final champion, Marilady Paulino's 49.45 seconds. Though ineligible for the final due to limited appearances that season, Sydney's performances reaffirmed her supremacy, cementing her status as the queen of the track. On the other hand, Femke Bol has also had a stellar year, cementing her place as one of track and field's brightest stars. From dominating the indoor season in Glasgow to shining at the Paris Olympics and ruling the Diamond League, 2024 was a landmark year for the Dutch athlete. At the 2024 World Athletics Indoor Championships in Glasgow, Bol smashed her own world record in the 400 meters, running 49.17 seconds, a performance that left her competitors trailing. She went on to claim gold in the 4x400 meter mixed relay and silver in the women's 4x400 meter relay at the Paris Olympics. Her bronze in the 400 meter hurdles in Paris, with a European record of 50.95 seconds, made her the second fastest woman in history over the hurdles. Bol capped her season by dominating the Diamond League circuit, with record-breaking victories in Lausanne and Courseulles. She finished her campaign by clinching her fourth Diamond League trophy, securing victory in Brussels with a time of 52.45 seconds. The rivalry, Sydney versus Femke. From Tokyo 2020 to Paris 2024, Sydney has consistently outshone Bol, but their rivalry has sparked both to redefine the sport. As we look ahead, the question remains, what will it take for Bol to finally close the gap? To challenge Sydney, Femke could make key adjustments. First, refining her hurdling technique could give her an edge. By reducing her stride frequency between hurdles and improving her efficiency, she could shave off precious seconds. Additionally, Bol's speed in the flat 400 meters gives her an advantage in the first half of the race. If she can maintain that explosive speed and improve her endurance through the final phase, she may be able to hold off Sydney as the race nears its end. Sydney's ability to keep a steady pace, even under pressure, makes her difficult to beat. But if Bol can fine-tune her mechanics and push her limits in the final stretch, we could see a closer race in 2025. Both athletes have the talent and drive to push each other to new heights, and track fans around the world can't wait to see how this rivalry unfolds. In the end, it's clear, this rivalry is just getting started. Two exceptional athletes, two different styles, one shared dream, to be the best. The track will decide their fate, and we'll be watching every step of the way. The rivalry between Sydney McLaughlin and Femke Bol is one of the most exciting in track and field. Sydney's dominance in the 400-meter hurdles is unmatched. She has set world records and won Olympic gold medals, showcasing a perfect combination of speed, technique, and mental strength. Every time she races, Sydney seems to rise to the occasion, breaking records and outpacing her competition. On the other hand, Femke Bol has proven herself to be a top-tier athlete. She has set records, won medals, and shown incredible consistency. However, despite her talent, she has struggled to defeat Sydney in their head-to-head matchups. Sydney's ability to perform under pressure and her superior technique have kept her ahead. What makes their rivalry so special is that both athletes are pushing each other to be better. Sydney has set the bar high, but Femke is always chasing it, improving with each race. Bol's determination and ability to rise to the occasion mean that she's never far behind, always striving for that next level. As we look ahead to the 2025 season, the question remains, can Femke Bol finally beat Sydney McLaughlin-Levrone? Will Sydney continue to dominate, or will Bol close the gap and challenge her for the top spot? Their rivalry has already brought us unforgettable moments, and there's no doubt that the next chapters will be just as thrilling. Fans are eagerly waiting to see who will come out on top in this fierce battle between two incredibly talented athletes. The track will decide their fate, and we're all here for it.